everybody, welcome back. So I just filmed my tattoos and piercings video, so that should be up by now. I will link it down below. If you're interested, feel free to check that out. Today I'm going to be doing kind of my holy grail daily products. You're going to see a lot of these products. I'm filming a morning routine video coming up soon, so you're going to be seeing a lot of these products, and I know whenever I see morning routines I'm always curious what people are using, so I figured I should just film this video and I can link you back to this so that video isn't like half an hour long, because honestly that's how long like half of my morning routine is. So I'm just going to kind of go in order of how I would put stuff on. I think I'm looking down because obviously I have everything right down here next to me. I have a pretty good mix, I think, of high-end and low-end stuff. I did have one product where I picked a high-end version and a low-end version just because I feel like it's something important and I wanted to give more than one option. You'll see what I mean though when I get to it. So yeah, my shirt is totally falling down. Okay, let's get started. The first thing I have is obviously a primer. It is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. I really like this. I do not like this by itself. They say you can wear it by itself. I don't notice any difference at all when I do, but under my makeup, this stuff is amazing. It really helps minimize my pores, especially right here where I get kind of larger pores. I like to use a very small amount of this. If you use too much, you can look a little greasy, so I definitely recommend a small amount, but that's even better because then it just lasts you longer. I love this, and also the packaging is literally like to die for. This is probably the cutest packaging I've ever seen on any product ever, especially a drugstore product. So I highly recommend this. It's relatively new, but you can get it at like CVS, Walgreens, Target, whatever. The next thing is my holy grail like foundation-y thing. It is actually a tinted moisturizer. It is the Laura Mercier Lightweight Flawless Coverage Tinted Moisturizer with SPF 20. This is on the pricier side. It's like $42. It is a ginormous tube. I don't know if that justifies it for you personally or not. I also really like the Maybelline BB cream from the drugstore. It's not exactly the same thing, but it's the same kind of idea. It's very moisturizing. It gives pretty good coverage, but I just really love this. The shade I am in is Bisque. My cap is like totally broken. I don't know why. That's not the end. That's just like another piece of the cap. But that is literally how much I use this stuff. I managed to break it just having it sitting in my room. I really like this. I use it probably every day. It really makes my skin just look very even, and it also kind of improves my skin when I use it consistently because, again, like I said, instead of a foundation, it is more hydrating and definitely a great alternative to a foundation. The next product that I have is the one that I'm going to give you two options, although I guess I did just kind of give you two options for a BB cream or tinted moisturizer, but it is concealer. The concealer that I love and swear by is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. My shade is NW20. I know a lot of people talk about this concealer and love this concealer, but it is absolutely worth the hype. You basically need the teeniest, tiniest little amount ever. I literally use like an eighth of the pump, and I can use under my eyes and on any blemishes. It makes my skin look absolutely flawless, and it lasts all day, especially in combination with other makeup, but you can wear it alone, which is another reason why I really like it. I feel like a lot of concealers don't look natural if you're not wearing other makeup, but this one definitely does. If you go into MAC, they can also color match you, which is so much better than going into the drugstore and having to try and pick a shade. I think with concealer, that stuff is really important. Other stuff, not as much. You know, eyeliners, black is black, it doesn't really matter. But stuff like concealer, I definitely recommend going into MAC or Sephora and getting color matched for something because it can really make a big difference. The lower end option that I picked was the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. My shade is 15 Fair. Now, I don't have fair skin, but I just kind of use this in combination with other makeup, and I like to use it under my eyes as well, so that's why I use a lighter shade. It has a wand, and this is what it looks like. It's a very thick consistency, so again, it's like the Pro Longwear. You can kind of use a little amount, and it does go a long way. I really like both of these. The way I like to apply them is I dot them on with my finger, and then I use my dry beauty blender to kind of blend them in. That's a new thing that I'm doing, and it works amazingly, and it gives amazing coverage. So I'm a huge fan of that combination. So the MAC Pro Longwear I believe is about $18, and the Maybelline Fit Me is probably like $7 or $8. It's from the drugstore, and this, and the MAC Pro Longwear you can obviously get at any MAC store. I actually just got this at Nordstrom, so I really swear by this. This is actually probably, if I had to pick like one or two of these products, I would pick this. Moving on to like powders and stuff, the first thing I have is a actual powder. It is the Wet n Wild Cover All powder in light medium. I have hit pan on this so much because I use it literally every day. This is about $2 or $3. It's from Wet n Wild, which I think is a really underrated brand, and it just gives amazing coverage. I don't have very good skin, so I'm all about like good coverage, making my skin tone look more even, covering blemishes, and this does all of that as well as not getting cakey or muddy, which especially a lot of less expensive powders tend to do. This is also probably like the least expensive powder you can find at the drugstore. For bronzer, I have another inexpensive option, is the NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. This is what it looks like. It's just a matte bronzer. I'm like starting to hit pan right in the very middle there. I've been using this for a really long time. This is incredible for contouring. I've been into the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer recently, but I think this is a pretty good dupe for that actually. They kind of do the same thing. The Too Faced one is obviously like higher quality and stuff, but I just can't justify it for the price. I'm kind of working through a sample. So for everyday use, this is definitely amazing. It's very matte, so it's perfect for contouring, and it does stay on all day. It doesn't break me out or anything like kind of less expensive stuff that you put on your face can. So I highly recommend this. This is a great product, especially for the price. As for a brush that I like to use, I kind of tend to apply my foundation or tinted moisturizer and concealer with either my fingers or a beauty blender, like I said. But for powders, I like to use this e.l.f. stipple brush. This is what it looks like. Stipple brush? I don't know. But this is what it looks like. I got this at Target. It was like $3. It's really nice. It's very soft. It's very fluffy. I wash it like once in a blue moon, and it doesn't collect a ton of product, which I really like, but it does like pick it up, but it just deposits it back onto your face as opposed to just holding onto it and getting all gross. For a lower end brush, this is incredible. I highly recommend this, and you can also use it for your foundation. I like to use it for a tinted moisturizer a lot. It just kind of blends everything in really nicely, and it also doesn't leave brush strokes, which is a huge plus. As for brows, I also really like an e.l.f. product. I use the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in light, and I have literally used the heck out of this. It is disgusting. This is what it looks like. It has a gel and a powder, and basically I just apply the gel first and then the powder. This is one of my only products that I actually use the applicator that comes with it. It's really nice because it's small, so you get like very precise control. I just think this makes your brows look super natural, but just way better. This lasts all day, even if I don't set it. But when I do set it, I like to use the Benefit Speed Brow. It's just this teeny little tinted brow gel. This is what it looks like, and I really like the spoolie on this brush. I'll probably keep this even after it's out of product. It's really small and it is a little expensive, but I do really like it. Another good option that I use is the Maybelline Just Clear Great Lash Mascara. So that's also probably the same, but my brows are really sparse and I have a lot of bald spots in my brows for I have no idea why. So I like to just kind of use a tinted brow gel just to give it a little bit of extra color and fullness. And last but not least, moving on to eyes, I have a liner, an eyeshadow palette, and a mascara. For the liner, I chose the Urban Decay 24/7 Velvet Glide On Eye Pencil in Black Velvet. I just talked about this in my favorites video because it's amazing. It is super pigmented, it's super black, and it literally will not smudge. I have a huge problem with especially liners smudging on my eyes, so this has been a really good option for me. I wear it basically every day. I use it on my tight line, and it just makes my lashes look a lot fuller. And if I do wear liner on my bottom lash line, I will use this as well, and it's awesome. For a shadow palette, I have another Urban Decay product, and it is the Naked Basics palette. I love this palette. I just think you literally, if you own this, you don't need a single other palette. It just has really great neutral colors. I'm obsessed. This highlight shade is like literally to die for, and Faint is probably the best crease color I've ever seen in my whole entire life. It has a ginormous mirror on the bottom, so that's a huge plus. I just love this palette. I just really think if you have this, you don't need anything else. I obviously have a million other things, but for day-to-day use, this is the one that I keep out. For mascara, I had a really hard time narrowing it down because I love mascara. I need to wear it like every single day. If I'm not wearing any other makeup, I'll still be wearing concealer and mascara. So I narrowed it down to the Lash Out Butterfly by L'Oreal just because it's a kind of cool product. It's a little different. It basically has this really awesome brush that kind of like, let me see if you can see that. it kind of goes up and out a little bit at the end, so it kind of makes your lashes look really like winged out and beautiful. It makes your eyes look a lot bigger. It kind of wakes up your whole face, even if you're not wearing, like I said, a ton of other makeup. If you're looking for something more high-end, I definitely recommend Benefit's They're Real. Okay guys, so that is it. Like I said, you'll be seeing most or all of these products in an upcoming morning routine, so be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Keep an eye out for my morning routine, and again, check out my tattoos and piercings video. It will be linked down below. I don't know why the word video just flew out of my head. I need to like eat something or drink some water. I don't know. I'm a hot mess today. I will definitely see you guys next time. So yeah, bye.